Hello. Good morning, everyone. Brenda over here at B.laster Works, and let's get day 54 of our Essence of Time challenge. Let's get it going. What you see here is fax paper. I have a whole roll. I found it yesterday when I was looking for something else, and I thought, well, this would be a good background, I think. Usually I use this for, like, I'll write with a white gel pen and then heat it up, and then you can see like secret writing, whatever you write. But today I think I'm going to try a stencil. I haven't tried it before, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. And I was going to try infusions, but I think that would just be, since I don't know how this is going to turn out, that might be a little too much right now for me for our 10 minutes and everything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my stencil like in the middle. This almost fits the page perfectly. It just has a little bit of border. That's okay. So I think I'm going to, maybe just put it in the middle and heat it and see what happens. And then add water, because I know water, it won't, when you heat, the water drops and all that kind of stuff will stay white also. So I might, up in the corners or around the border, I might use water in there to do the opposite, you know what I mean? So then the opposite, the negative and the positive, or something like that. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, that's what my goal is here. I'll show you, actually, I'll sign down here at the bottom just to show you the gel pen look. All right, let's say this might be covered up later too when I do it, but I'll just sign it. I can't tell if my gel pen is working. Okay. And then when you heat it, can you guys see that? Yeah. And when you heat it, just try to do it a little bit. See? See how that turns out? I would zoom in, but zooming in, I'll just pull it down so you guys can see it. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? How long that lasts, like if it'll last forever, I don't know. I do have over here some that I did, and it still looks the same like this. And it's been sitting out for at least a year or two. So I guess it would last, but you know how thermal stuff is. It may fade over time. But yeah, but that's, actually, I'll just pull that down so that's not in there. Look at that. There we go. All right. So, but I want to play with the stencil today and see. And I'm using this one because it has thin lines and more coverage to not get dark. So I want to see how this turns out. So let's start our 10 minutes and play around. And then if I like it, I'll just glue it. Well, even if I don't like it, I'll still glue it onto the page, because it is part of our day 54. You know what I mean? I don't want to put it on high blast because I kind of want to control the heat if I can. But yeah. And I don't want it to get too dark, I don't think. See, because I can see it already heating up underneath. Maybe if I go a little further away. And I don't want a solid stencil, like square, so I'm just going to put a little bit more in there. Let's just stop that and see what it looks like. Yeah, except for that in the middle. That looks pretty cool. All right, let's see if we can continue on. Let's move up a little bit. Can move even further up. This, something like that. I know it's a little off, but oops. I know this is a slow process, kind of boring, but I'm just curious. I wish it wouldn't go under the stencil, but I think maybe if I would have taped it down, it might have been better. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool though. Almost looks like, oh, you know what it looks like? It looks like a tire track. Ooh, yeah, like a tire just ran right straight over this. Let's do that. I might just leave it just like this and not, I was going to try experimenting something else, but I actually like the way this is looking by itself. I don't want to ruin it. I don't mind having just a tire track, and that can just grunge up the sides a little bit. And it's getting underneath the stencil a little bit over here. You can see it. I can kind of hold it down a little bit more, but then I burn my fingers. I think as long as the stencil lines are a little bit darker, then maybe it won't be so bad. Yeah, that looks pretty neat, huh, guys? Doesn't that look like a tire track? Oh, I ended up burning down here, but let's do that. That was from the stencil. Okay, let's do that. Let's create a little border. Why not? Yeah, that looks just like a tire. I was thinking a stone, like a roadway, like a pavement pavers, but that looks like a tire to me. So you know what? I'm gonna leave it. I like it. I was gonna, let me just show you guys. I'll just do like a little bit of water splatter, just to show. We'll just do it up here in the corners. How's that? Like that, and then lightly, hopefully lightly. I don't want it too dark. You guys can kind of see how the water doesn't pick up. I don't want to go too. Yeah, here you go. I don't want to go too far into my tire track. Just kind of round it off a little bit. See? Isn't that neat? All right, so we're gonna have to do a couple more down here. Try to do it more towards the edge. And if you're wondering, where can I find fax paper? A roll of well, I got mine at the thrift store. Yep, got it at the thrift store, and I was like, I wonder if I can do anything with this. And yeah, I can. It's kind of got a grunge factor to it. I like it. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out, and then I am going to. I really like this. Should I do it around the edges, or I don't want to mess up my tire though. You know what I mean? Not want to mess up my tire print. Look how it lightens it a little bit and then darkens it. Yeah, that looks awesome. Actually, I do like that. All right, we gotta do this side then. Trying to just go right at the edge. Wow, that's fantastic. All right, so now I'm just going to have a couple minutes left. I'm just going to cut this out and glue it down. I think I'll just use stick glue. It's not too wet, not too messy. Let me get some scissors. Um, yep, and we will glue that down. And that's going to be it, guys. That's our 10 minutes today. So glad I came across this fax paper because I really like this actually the best, but I do like that it looks like a tire track also. That was unexpected. I went ahead and stopped my timer because I'm just going to glue it in, take a picture of it, and upload the video. And I'll see you guys here tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you ever come across a roll of fax paper at the thrift store, it'll last you forever. And this will be great too, like if you tear it up and just use it as background collage fodder or whatever, and you can use all kinds of stencils on it, leaves, botanical, all kinds of stuff. Words. Imagine if you had words and you heated up the words. So yeah, possibilities are endless. Thanks for joining me today, you guys. Love y'all. Tschüss.